ladies and gentlemen, your NFC West divisional champions, the Seattle Seahawks. Last year, the Seattle Seahawks emerged as the most unexpected success story, resembling a true Cinderella story. Many analysts had predicted that the Seattle Seahawks would rank among the teams with the worst records in the league. Contrary to these forecasts, the Seahawks finished the season with a 9-8 record, a stunning achievement largely attributed to an exceptional Pro Bowl season by star quarterback Geno Smith. Although their journey came to an end when they were defeated by the San Francisco 49ers in the wild card round, there are compelling reasons to believe that the Seattle Seahawks are entering a new competitive phase. The previous offseason was marked by a significant development, of course, the trade of quarterback Russell Wilson. However, the crown jewel of the period was undoubtedly the NFL Draft. In 2022, Seattle secured a succession of impressive talents, including offensive tackles Abraham Lucas and Charles Cross, quarterback Tariq Woolen. General manager John Schneider seems to have orchestrated another masterful move for the Seattle Seahawks. As a result of the Russell Wilson trade, Seattle was equipped with 2 first-round draft picks, which they strategically used to select quarterback out of Illinois, Devin Witherspoon, and receiver out of Ohio State, Jaxon Smith Njigba. These 2 players are widely regarded as some of the top prospects in their respective positions. Additionally, Seattle had a remarkably productive free agency period. The team made key acquisitions including safety Julian Love, defensive end Draymond Jones, and future Hall of Fame linebacker, he's back home, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby B-Wags himself. With these significant roster additions, the Seattle Seahawks are well positioned to challenge the San Francisco 49ers for that NFC West title, making the upcoming season for the Seattle Seahawks one of the most anticipated for its fans. By securing quarterback Geno Smith with a 3-year, $75 million contract, including $40 million guaranteed, general manager John Schneider has crafted a deal that grants the Seattle Seahawks greater flexibility in free agency. At 33 years old, Geno Smith appears to have hit his stride, and Schneider evidently placing a significant bet on him, signaling a strong belief in Smith's capability. First season as Seattle's starting quarterback, Geno Smith defied a host of skeptics and critics, posting stellar numbers that placed him among the league's best in several categories. He led the NFL by a significant margin in completion rate over expected, a metric that compares a quarterback's actual completion rate to the rate that would be expected based on the difficulty of their throws. Additionally, Smith ranked 7th in passing success rate, just behind star quarterback Joe Burrow. Smith particularly excelled in the intermediate passing game, regularly connecting with his star wide receiver duo. Considering the exceptional completion rate that Smith demonstrated on these deeper throws, there is a compelling case for him and the Seattle offense to adopt a more aggressive downfield approach in the 2023 season. It may be beneficial for Smith and the Seattle Seahawks offense to involve more deep passing plays and potentially unlocking an even more dynamic and explosive dimension of their offense. In light of Geno Smith's somewhat declining performance in the later part of the 2022 season, there is reason to speculate that opposing defenses were beginning to adapt to and counter the Seahawks' passing strategy. Smith's efficiency metrics dipped, and his raw statistical output decreased through much of the final 2 months of the season. His reluctance to consistently challenge opposing secondaries with deep throws likely played a role by this. By opting predominantly for intermediate throws, Smith may have inadvertently invited defenses to adopt a more aggressive posture closer to the line of scrimmage. This adjustment by defenses could have effectively crowded the areas of the field where Smith had previously excelled, making those intermediate routes more challenging for his receivers, and as a result, stifling the effectiveness of Seattle's passing attack that had been so potent in September and October. And there are currently a lot of Geno Smith haters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put my money where my mouth is. I believe in Geno Smith. And if you want to make some free money, head over to PrizePicks and use code RFF for a deposited match up to $100. And what I'm going to be doing is betting the over on Geno Smith's 3,899.5 passing yards that he demolished last year. He's only gotten more weapons, he's only gotten more comfortable in his offense, and he is the leader that they all depend on. This is going to be an easy bet to close on. For the 2023 season, it could be beneficial for Smith and the Seahawks offensive coaching staff to consider diversifying their passing attack. By incorporating more deep throws into their game plan, they may be able to stretch opposing defenses vertically. This in turn could open up more space for intermediate and short routes, reestablishing the effectiveness of the passing game and keeping opposing defenses off balance. This strategic adjustment might not only revitalize Smith's efficiency and production, but also potentially restore the Seahawks offense to the high-power level it demonstrated early in the year of 2022. A few teams in NFL can publicly brag about how amazing the receiving corps is. That is the case for the Seattle Seahawks in 2023. Seattle's offensive firepower is highlighted by wide receiver Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, a formidable duo combined for an impressive 174 receptions, 2,081 yards, and 15 touchdowns. Adding to this already potent and toxic combination is the beautifully talented Jaxon Smith Njigba, who had a breakout year with Ohio State in 2021, recording 95 catches for 1,606 yards and 9 touchdowns. Unfortunately, his previous season was hampered by a hamstring injury that limited him to only 3 games. Assuming Smith Njigba remains healthy and adapts smoothly to Seattle's offensive scheme, the Seahawks will possess a truly elite and versatile group of pass catchers. This ensemble, marked by a blend of speed, size, and playmaking ability, promises to be a dream scenario for Geno Smith, offering a multitude of dangerous options downfield. After witnessing the significant impact made by last year's rookie class for the Seattle Seahawks, anticipation is building around the potential contributions of this year's newcomers, prominently featuring Jaxon Smith Njigba and Devin Witherspoon. Seattle is indeed well positioned for a deep postseason run in this fiercely competitive NFC. Achieving this goal may hinge significantly on the meaningful contributions that the rookies can bring to the table. While Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf are undisputedly extraordinary talent, integrating a third potent weapon like Smith Njigba into the offensive game plan could substantially bolster Geno Smith's chances of replicating last year's terrific performance. On the defensive side of the ball, Witherspoon has the potential to form a standout cornerback duo with Tariq Woolen. This pairing, complemented by the safety tandem of Julian Love and Quandre Diggs, presents the prospect of a highly impactful secondary unit for Seattle. So yes, you heard that correctly, guys. The Legion of Boom is back, baby. We love to see it. If the Seahawks rookies can acclimate quickly to the NFL, play at a high level, this team could have a remarkably balanced and formidable roster, enhancing their prospects for a deep and successful playoff campaign. This defense is going to be ready and prepared to make the adjustments that they lacked last year, and they're going to be in a better spot to compete in the NFC West. And this offense, on paper, it is beautiful. Zach Charbonnet, rookie out of UCLA, paired with Kenneth Walker, who was a dog last year. And of course, we've already discussed this lethal weaponry of wide receivers that star quarterback Geno Smith has at his helm. And I would like to also finally point out the disrespect of Pete Carroll as a head coach has come to an end. The Seattle Seahawks are prepared and ready to surprise the league yet again with a performance this season that is going to turn heads and spark interest of this team becoming a Super Bowl caliber powerhouse. Like, comment, subscribe.